extreme and apply that to his current character, then suddenly he's playing out an inner psychosis where he's extremely racist.
Yeah. You make that sound like that's not a normal thing.
I think that would be it'd be abnormal to admit.
Yeah, that's why he has to do it through roleplay.
Sort of a backwards admittal then.
No, that's not me. That's my character. I would totally not be like that. Ever. I hate all people.
I mean, I feel like it would be hard not to be racist in a fantasy world where all the races are so different.
I mean, you're definitely
pretty sure that's what makes you racist.
Well, the thing is like
in real life,
if you think about any of it, like how many people in the fantasy worlds are racist against goblins and orcs and gnolls, but they're the evil races.
I mean, yeah, obviously they're evil.
It's okay to kill them, slaughter them and their children, and take all their stuff.
They'll do the same to you.
I'm actually with Gavin on this one. Like, racism in a fantasy world where there are actual different races makes total sense to me.
Like, in a fantasy world, you almost never see, like, a white guy like, you're black, you suck. But, like, goblins and orcs and shit, they're like, yeah, that's fucking weird. Look at their teeth.
Yeah, that's like, you know, like when in a world with actual gods with tangible consequences of their existence, everybody would be religious.
Nope, Isaac's atheistic. No, he's agnostic.
But to be fair, he also has kind of a broken brain.
And he's an acolyte.
But you know what I mean?
Isaac denies the existence of God and regularly talks with a diva.
Like when there are people walking around calling forth fucking sacred flame on their enemies like 20 million times a day.
It's a cantrip. I can do it once every 6 seconds.
That's what I'm saying. You could just constantly burn someone with the power of your god. It's a scary world for me.
It's true. What if you inadvertently piss off someone's god?
I think we did that, actually.
Usually one of the other gods is like, hey, slow your roll. It's just a mortal. What are you doing? No. I'm angry at him. His life's going to be miserable.
I think for the most part, the situation with the gods is they really don't care about most mortals. They're just kind of like, oh yeah, they're... I don't know. It's like you have this empty Walmart full of cats. And like, you know, sometimes you go through that Walmart and some of those cats really like you. And then one of them might piss on you and you're going to be fucking upset. But what, you're going to murder the cat?
It's a cat. Yeah. That's not a bad analogy.
Yeah.
Except, why would you ever go through a Walmart full of cats?
Well, that's why the gods
And
don't
not
come to the
stop
material
Pet them
plane a
all.
lot.
God damn! Sounds like heaven.
Well, here's what I'm saying.
Well, then that's where you get the nice gods. And then in my case, where I'm slightly allergic to cats, I would be the bad gods and would probably just go through kicking a lot of them.
Or fiends, as we like to call them.
Yes, or fiends. Which, speaking of fiends, we should jump right into the session now.
Considering, I gotta leave in 2 hours.
2 hours?
Jeez,
2 hours.
Oof. All right, we'll jump right in. Gosh dang it, Nikki, do your own math. The seer didn't cost you anything.
Oh, well, that's good to know.
I didn't say it did. Like,
last time it did, so I assumed.
Last
well,
time
you know what?
was
Now
different.
it did. Now it did cost you.
You know what?
Okay, cool.
6 copper pieces.
So, I forget what time of day you guys all left the ruins, but I believe you guys spent the night here. Setting out first thing in the morning. Nikki going on ahead. Sorry, not Nikki. Paige going on ahead to hit up Revlin, pick up a few things, speak with the seer, and then meet back up with the rest of you guys on your way to fill in the blank here.
Revlin.
I don't
We
know.
can't. Bjorn has to, because Ephraim's was like, "Welp, that's where we're going."
Wait,
Okay.
I thought that if Paige came up with information of Dallin, we were going there.
No, see,
Okay,
Here's-
so
let me
this is
read
an
the last
excellent
few
roleplay
things.
position. So this is where we'll start then.
Well, let
Paige
me-
ran off to the town. You guys have to decide where you're moving to.
all right. Well, here, let me give a quick rundown for everybody. So, Aoife suggested we go find other druids. Bjorn suggested we go find other branches of his order. Isaac suggested we find Dallin. Nohai suggested that, well, she agreed with Bjorn after a time, but she had suggested previously that we go try to seek out like an agent of the Draken royalty to try to get them working against the obvious threat to their empire as well. And I think those were the main threads we could go down. But the last thing that was posted in the travel chat is Nohai was like giving her logical reasons for why she thinks we should go after Bjorn's order. And Bjorn's like, all right, so after he gets back, where are we going? Ephraim said that.
Ephraim's.
Yeah. So the last thing that was said was Ephraim was just like, this is what we're doing. And everybody knows the options. So, ready, go.
Bjorn, you would know just off your limited interaction with the Order of a few safe houses in Veseth, or Veketh, as the non-gnomish people call it. Aside from that, you didn't have many interactions with different safe houses. You have the one contact in Revlin, but other than that, that's kind of your limited worldview or limited exposure to your order.
So it looks like we're going to Vector.
Veseth? It's alright, sounds good. I'm just gonna have to, I'm gonna have to, not show my face so much. Because I'm wanted for, grand theft.
You're wanted in your own town for grand theft. What did you do?
Well, see, I was framed though. As I said
Oh,
before.
the strike breakers were trying to make you look bad.
Right. They figured rather than have to mobilize in the streets this time, they would just put us all in jail. It's kind of a dick move, really.
It is.
But surely.
Yes, Isaac.
Wait, Paige, did you find anything about Dallin?
We'll assume this conversation happens before.
Into the air.
I thought Paige was back.
Nope,
I thought
not
that's
yet.
the whole point of. Oh God. Well,
Oh, okay, we can assume this conversation happened in the wee
Just
hour
weeks out of
before
existence.
Paige left. Because otherwise, how would you meet up with Paige?
Oh, I just deleted him, so.
I thought Paige was going out and coming back, so.
Forgot I
It
was
will
in as
take
a
Paige
GM.
about a full day.
I thought we were heading the
Oh.
direction to meet him outside of Revlin, so that
Yeah, I thought so too.
we could go from there.
Yeah, we're not in the swamp, are we? That'd be stupid.
Currently,
we-
you still are.
Yeah, we spent the night in the swamp. So.
Well,
okay.
I was under the impression that while Paige was going to town, we were going closer to the Revlin so that he could bounce out, meet up with us, and head out.
Well, then we should head out now while he's on his way there.
Yeah,
Alright.
I thought we'd storyboarded that already.
Yeah,
me
sorry,
too.
I guess
Okay.
the rest of us were on a different page as to how we were gonna
Paige.
handle
Alright,
this.
so just so we're all on the same wavelength. Paige is left early morning. You guys are currently on your way out of the swamp. Are you swinging by Acta at all?
Did Paige not swing by Acta?
No, Paige
No,
went
he's not
straight to Revlin.
He has no strength for carrying that the shell, so
Ephraim's and Bjorn, is there any chance you guys could pick up the shell?
Actually, if we bring the shell here, could you build a little dirt tomb for it?
I could.
Yeah. Von Draken, come on. You look strong.
I am very confused. Why are we burying a shell?
It has great magical anti-properties.
That was nonsense. You just said nonsense.
If you shoot spells at it, it absorbs it.
If we want to take it to town, I can just have my horse drag it.
That is admittedly less nonsensical.
I don't know. What do you think, Isaac?
What do I think about what?
Him using his horse to drag the shell to town.
I'm probably less wanted in Revlin than you are.
Yeah, I don't think any of us are wanted in Revlin just yet.
No.
Just yet.
No, not wanted in Revlin, mostly wanted in Treasure. More than likely.
Yes, all of us are wanted in Treshire.
If we could have the shell fashioned into a shield, I wouldn't mind a new shield personally. That would be more than optimal, but if not, if it can just be sold, I think it might garner a couple thousand gold. Or at least a couple hundred.
Those are two very different numbers.
Nah, it depends on how fast you're trying to sell something, right?
True. Alright, let's get this horse, let's get it picked up, and let's get there.
I don't think that I should maybe go into Revlin just yet.
No, you shouldn't.
We're gonna split this party like a motherfucker.
No, we'll just grab we'll all go there, we'll all get the shell, we'll all travel back up north to Revlin.
I agree with this.
So we do that.
Okay.
Can we hand wave that? Are you gonna have us, attacked by Acta for doing something stupid, or?
Well, I mean, you guys do make your way to Acta's hut, and she is damn near giddy with excitement. You see Acta skipping about, frolicking through the woods, basically, as she inspects every nook and cranny of her.
As soon as Aoife sees Acta skipping, she runs up and puts her arm under her arm or grabs her hand and just starts skipping around with her.
She laughs with you as she turns to you and says, "I can breathe, finally! Oh my goodness, the forest is alive. What did you do?"
It's great, right? We killed all these fucking undead, and Grandpa went crazy and lost a finger. It was good stuff.
I cannot ever repay you enough. Oh my goodness, I can breathe.
How about a great big hug? And she gives her a great big hug.
Acta returns it.
What a great payment, guys.
After so long.
Well, that's Aoife's payment. Doesn't necessarily have to be yours.
Hey,
I'm so glad we could help you, Acta. And your limp looks way better.
Oh, the limp is gone thanks to your ugly friend.
Oh yeah. Hey, he's good for something, eh? And she sort of playfully punches her on the hip.
Oh, don't throw me out again, okay? He doesn't have the greatest bones, so things are a little dicey.
Hey, Acta, do you know anybody that can fashion that shell into a shield?
Or a couple. It's a pretty damn big shield.
Shell.
It gives you a really odd look. I don't fucking know. Do I look like a metalsmith?
No, but you talk to people that are magically inclined in different places. Usually pitch at them, but...
I talk to swamp folk about how they're sick because they eat their own shit. And yes, I bitch at the magic people, but we don't talk shop. I don't fucking know.
Okay. Just wondering.
At this point, she just sort of immediately turns back to the woods, and you guys can see around the swamp, the trees seem to have livened up a good deal. Most of the water has receded, in various areas. There's little puddles here and there, but there's the range that was this nice little forest in the middle of the swamp has greatly increased.
All right. So, out of character information here. So the swamp was being affected. The land was being affected by the object that's Ice is carrying around now, right?
It looks like it. The swamp itself seems to be receding with the ruins that were sinking below the surface.
So was the defenses that the thing that was powering the defenses to keep us out of where that was hidden was basically sucking the life out of the area?
Could probably infer that.
Okay.
Fences?
Defenses.
Yes, defenses, but I don't remember defenses.
You don't remember the Blood Bowl and everything else that was in the thing that we just did?
Nohai would remember the defenses.
Okay.
Yeah, actually, technically only Nohai and Paige would, right?
No. Nohai would remember fighting several large aberrations guarding the area.
Right. Okay.
Paige would have no clue about any of that.
Paige and Nohai remember Dallin de Gadraxis.
Okay.
Alright. Just have fun tracking. Can you summon your steed?
Yeah, I'm just gonna whistle and cast it.
All right, and with that, a what? The horse again?
Yeah, it's just the
No, camel,
War
go
horse.
camel.
So you put the
Alright.
shell on its back and it can be a shell camel? It's snail camel.
All right, so a large warhorse appears again. Wait, what the fuck you want, man?
I'm gonna just start trying to tie rope, I guess, like around the shell. So it's like I don't know how to explain it, but
We had a litter, so
nice. Okay, yeah.
so you just
So
strap the poles to the stirrups or whatever, and
yeah,
call
so I'll just start tying it to the saddle and say we need you to help move this.
Well, what is this? I ain't no pack horse.
I'm just gonna kind of shrug and give him a little rub on the nose.
What language is he speaking in, or is he just being
Celestial.
telepathic?
Celestial.
Oh, right. Is he actually speaking, or is he just communicating telepathically?
I think he actually not telepathically.
Yeah, I'm talking out loud, but
Damn. Isaac was going to get in on that conversation.
He sort of just snorts and gives you an angry horse glare.
Like how the rest of us are just kind of standing there while Roderick argues with the horse.
Alright. He just has to get it to the outside of town, and then we can bury it there if we're
Did
not
you
going
just say the outside of town? Motherfucker.
What?
That was the horse, not Jonah. I think, right?
No, Jonas
The-
said,
alright.
I didn't prepare a map for the outside of town.
Alright, does the horse understand common? Apparently.
I'll just make promises about getting carrots and apples and shit for it.
I'm a fucking celestial, bitch.
Never mind.
I'm a celestial bitch.
There'll be plenty of blood and glory later.
Oh, you damn right there will be.
Again, was that Jonah or the horse?
It's hard to tell.
Fucking uppity horse.
He is not happy at being a pack horse.
We also have to remember where the horse comes from. Aloon's kind of a dick sometimes.
Yeah.
This is also true.
I do feel like this you should have showed as a camel though.
So with your grumpy horse in tow, you're able to drag the shell pretty well on the makeshift litter that you guys have and all that. Well, it travels a bit slow, just because you're moving through the now drying out woods and finding new paths and waterways and Trying to get the shell through the woods is proving a bit more difficult than you imagined, but you're able to do it without wasting too much time. Acta wishes you all well as you leave, promising if you ever need anything, come swing by her place and don't stay too long.
Oh, no one was trying to get a boon or anything.
I mean, I want something, but I don't know what.
I mean,
this would be the time for a conversation if you wanted one.
I really don't want anything from a lady that's going to make me forget a week and take 10 of my hit points. So.
I mean, you did save her swamp. Now might be the time to be like, hey, so token.
I feel like asking for favors is like a monkey's paw. I wouldn't trust it.
Oh, in Jonah's world, yeah, like anything good that happens is pretty much gonna also fuck you in the ass at some point. But I made everyone really quiet. I was mostly joking. So,
did any of you guys want to talk to Acta?
Yeah, I'll go up. So, Acta, don't mean to intrude or anything, but
you've already done that enough. You're basically here now. What's up?
I was just wondering if you could. I might need something that could protect me in my future travels. Do you have anything protection-wise that I could have?
Acta gives you
I would
a
like
very,
one protection,
very
please.
narrow ice.
That would increase my AC in some tangible way.
She
Tosses you a
narrows her
condom.
eyes at you to very thin slits.
I'm in a dangerous line of
Define
work.
Protection, old man.
I get hit a lot. I'd like to get hit less.
Physical protection. Okay, this
Or-
is
Or mental.
she was about to cast permanent bark skin on your dick.
I was thinking the same lines. It's like, here's a box of Trojans. Good
physical
luck.
protection. Well, there is a lot of varieties in nature. That could really help you out here. But I have the feeling you mean something more permanent.
You know, and temporary works as well, but maybe not like hour.
Roll me a deception check, would you?
A deception?
Yes. She's rolling an insight on you, and this requires you to roll a deception check.
Sure, you don't want like a persuasion.
I can't run guidance on myself?
Nope.
She'd probably notice you casting a spell.
Yeah. Well, guidance is a... Clerical spells are weird, man. Because, like,
Very
is it
weird.
a spell or is it a prayer?
Yes.
It is a physical action regardless. But no, that's a pretty good roll. Kind of narrows her eyes at you. I think I've got something for you. Going to be in a few rough scrapes, eh? She turns back into her hut and rummages about a few things before she comes out with a small...
Acorn. An acorn?
It's a heart-shaped...
Acorn.
Butt plug.
Are you done?
Yes.
Okay. It's a heart-shaped piece of jewelry. Looks like some sort of ornate stone in the center with twigs and vines kind of wrapping around to form the edges of the heart. You're not quite sure what the stone material is. It doesn't look like any jewel you've seen before, and emanates this kind of soft greenish glow. Take this with you as my thanks. It might not protect you from being hit, but should you ever go down, this should help you get right back up.
My eternal gratitude.
Please, it is of no consequence. Although, maybe don't lose it. This is actually kind of important. Don't lose it.
It's already lost. And I walk away.
Well, any of the others of you have anything to say?
You got anything that'll make me healthier?
Make you healthier.
Healthier.
My boy.
She's like, some great advice.
I would suggest you eat more vegetables.
64 ounces of water.
I have a garden over here full of wonderful food. You should definitely be eating more of that, less of whatever you have at the
Fewer instant
pound.
noodles.
Fewer whatever of these instant noodles. You're not there. Whatever.
No, I'm the out of character voice of comedy.
But I feel like you mean something else here. What do you mean?
I don't know. Totem.
Oh, you're a spiritual person.
I am of the tribe of Geralt.
Seems to cock her head back and think hard. I'm not familiar with that people group. Where are you from?
Far to the west.
To the west. I truth be told, I don't travel much outside this forest, even back when it was lively and vibrant. But I think I could get something of the like for you. I'll have to look for it a little bit. And she turns around with a clap of her hands. A couple of birds dart out of the woods nearby and go coasting over the forest. If I find something, I'll make sure they catch up with you. I think I know what I could find something that you might find intriguing.
Thank you very much.
Of no problem. Anybody else? Speak now or forever hold your peace.
I just want another great big hug.
I can give you another great big hug. I am in a good mood today.
I'm so happy for you.
My fucking forest, it's alive again.
Do you have anything that could make me less flat and not have white stuff around me?
What?
I'm sorry, what?
My sprite, the old one.
Lucas's character.
Did you say less flat?
Less flat and white stuff around him.
I'm sorry, I don't understand the question at all.
No, I'm back to my old sprite. I was trying to be funny.
Oh.
That was a terrible joke.
Yeah, that's fair.
I got it.
Okay.
Real talk, it just clicked for me there. Okay, that was not as bad of a joke as I thought.
I thought it was a weirdly sexual joke.
That's where I was going with it.
Do you have any
tits?
Do you have any... Oh, hey, I feel better already.
I didn't do anything.
Do you have any poison that I could put on my bolts or anything that could make them more deadly?
Oh, poison. What do you need poison for? That is a coward's implement. That is
Not
a thieves' tool.
I mean, they'll see me when I use it. I want to deliver swift death upon my enemies. It's a stab in the front, not a stab in the back. Anything in the name of God is pure, I say.
Or the name of God. You are a religious man.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I thought it was Sylvanas too, but it turns out it's some racist guy.
Oh? Tell me, maybe I know him.
Elun.
Maybe I do not.
He's long forgotten and elder than most gods.
Oh, so I bet that makes him high in importance.
Absolutely.
I see. Well, as you have caught me in a good mood, and it just so happens, being who I am, poisons are my forte. Give me but a moment. And she turns back into her hut. Comes out a moment later with a small vial. This should be what you're looking for. Although I must warn you, do not eat, do not sniff, do not drink, keep away from open wounds. Don't pour it on my forest. You should be okay.
Excellent. And I'll...
For all intents and purposes, you have a vial of poison. It has 6 charges. You can spend a charge on a bolt, a sword, something like of the sort. and it will add a d6 poison to that attack.
Ooh, thank you.
Guys, remember when Theravel had those overpowered infinite poison bolts? Poison arrows?
Yep.
That was great.
They weren't that strong, though.
It's true, because everything's immune to poison.
Well, and also, like, the poison itself wasn't that strong. We just milked spiders.
It's true.
Oh, there is a message. To help you grow stronger. Potentially. I feel like you are on the right path to strength already, though. But I feel I took more from you than your vitality. Is that not true? Well, I will not be giving up my hip anytime soon, but I think I might be able to do something with your mind to aid you in your quest for strength. She turns back into her hut. Gone for a few more minutes before she comes out, and she's holding another cauldron in her hands, mumbling again some arcane mumbo jumbo. Inside looks like mud. It brown, the consistency, the texture of mud. This one you do not eat, do not worry. Simply apply it in a paste on your face when you go to bed at night, and for the next week or so, it should help your addled brain and whatever side effects I might have caused you. I mean, every person takes things differently. Your face might become slightly darker for a while. It could really help with your complexion, to be totally honest. You're not allergic to tree dung, are you?
Tree?
Well, yes, like, what you saw her earlier, the tree walking around. They do shit.
Okay.
It's a very vital ingredient in a lot of the things I prepare. You're not allergic, are you? Okay, so there's only one way to tell. You will need to ingest a little bit of this poison, this mud. Just a little bit, like a finger's dab, just to see if you are allergic. If you are allergic, then your face will most likely be red and puffy every time you apply it. If you are not, then no problems. Or you could just risk it. Who knows? To find out one way or the other. Roll me a d2. You are not allergic. Well, it looks like you're fine. Anything else from any of you? Strange snake lady who I don't remember meeting? Pleasure.
Oh, sure. I would take any information on spells you have or something.
Spells are a little bit harder for me. I don't weave magic the way you do.
Okay, is there anything to make it easier anything to make it easier for me to cast spells, perhaps?
I could perhaps do something. Do you have a implement you use to cast these spells?
Well, I did, but I don't think that I should be using it anymore.
Well, okay then. We
So
can make you
she
something.
holds out her arcane focus, which is like an idol of Orcus.
Why the absolute fuck do you have that?
So I may have been slightly tricked.
Is that a lie? She's rolling an insight on you.
Technically no, because she said she may have. I mean, I can roll a deception.
It's your call.
We'll give it a try. No worries.
Rolled a 7.
No, I rolled a 27.
I know. I just
she rolled a
or,
7.
Sorry, no, I rolled a 3.
Oh.
Acta kind of looks you over and like, well, my god, I'm very sorry to hear that. That is terrible. Get rid of that thing. Don't leave it here. Don't leave it here. Get rid of it out of this, out of the forest, out of somewhere far away. Don't leave it here. I'll know. We'll get you a new one. Come with me. Do you like stabs? Do you like sticks? What do you like?
I've always fancied a nice wand.
A wand. We can do that. She kind of kneels down into the ground.
Would you say you've always wanted one?
Fuck.
Rubbing her hands together, she begins muttering arcane words, and you can see the ground itself responding to her. The waves of grass emanating from her as if a breeze is hitting. The trees begin to sway around her, and you see coming from the ground this twisted, knotted vine, eventually coalescing to a singular point. And then alongside with it, the vine starts to change colors before it becomes each of the strands being different. There's a green, a red, and a purple strand. Or eventually the vine stops growing and she snaps it off at the base of the ground, handing it to you. I believe this should help you with your primitive magic.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it deeply.
You are welcome.
Ooh, we can't forget about the kitty cat. Paige would want something, I think. What's Paige like? And she sort of taps her chin.
I'm sorry, you're gonna have to remind me. Who is Paige?
He's the kitty cat.
Right.
You know, the giant cat? He looked like a cat.
Kind of scrunches up her face. Did I talk to
Anyway.
the kitty cat? I don't fucking know. What would the cat like?
Well, he really likes knowledge.
Well,
You know, like knowing things, especially things other people don't know.
knowledge I can do. Let me tell you. And she goes into her hut again before coming back out with a very large ledger. I don't know if he will be able to read this, but here. I've memorized it at this point.
It's the accounting log of the Revenant City Library.
What language is it in?
It is in Primordial. So,
Okay, does
any of you
anybody...
guys read
Shit.
Primordial?
I actually think... Hold on. Nope.
Okay. So it is in the language that that doesn't look anything like written languages nowadays. There is characters you can't tell where the sentences begin or end, or if there is sentences,
So like
or how you're supposed to read the book.
So like Georgian.
I don't know what that is.
Sure. It's like a bastardized Russian.
The language they speak in Georgia.
Oh,
It's Georgian.
I haven't seen that, but
It's
sure,
really
we'll go with that.
difficult to differentiate characters and stuff.
It is.
Okay, you're actually talking about the country. For a second, I thought you were talking about the state.
Not the
I did
country.
think you were poking fun at Phil for a moment there.
Oh no.
Although English is confusing.
It is. But you now have a book in a language you don't understand. He's like, it details a lot of the beginnings of the land around here, how sort of, some of the forests formed, and, very few people know about these sort of things. It was passed down for quite a bit among my people.
Let me have a look at it, Eva.
As you cast the spell, the language starts to make sense. You can immediately tell it's a very, very old language. This is not spoken by any society nowadays. But it does seem to a description of how the land was formed and what it once was several hundred years ago. Glaciers that came through and carved mountain ranges, and forests that sprung up and burned to the ground. It gives a very overall and detailed history as to how the land itself was shaped.
Cool. So you got an old geography textbook, dude.
Sweet.
Dude, that shit's wrong. The Earth is a 5,000-year-old disk.
Well, I have to go and actually look at my forest now, because it's a fucking forest now.
I'm so excited for you.
She turns and promptly skips off back into the forest. Still giddy and overjoyed.
Oh man, she's great. Isn't she just the greatest? I love her. Well, we better go to Paige.
Alrighty. With that, you all begin again. The warhorse still angry at being a pack horse, but you're able to drag the shell along. You get to the outside of the swamp. It's about midday at this point. You can see the town ahead of you, probably an hour or two distance travel. You can just sort of see it on the horizon. What's up?
I assume Revlin has a pretty large human population.
Human and Dragonborn.
I think so you played Skyrim, right?
Mm-hmm.
You know the guy in Whiterun who just screams about Talos?
Yes.
I think when we get there, I'm gonna start doing that for a loon.
Heimdeer?
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever played through a Skyrim gameplay without killing that person, but okay.
I know, right?
So he's just going to be standing outside the front gate, waving around his holy scripture and being like a loon.
Yeah, just
all going into town
speech.
I thought that the majority of us were staying outside town.
Yeah.
Doing it.
Didn't think anybody was. I gave a letter to Paige to deliver to the Amethyst, and that was...
Oh, that's right, because you were going to bury the shell.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Okay, so that's done pretty easily.
Yeah.
To which the warhorse is very pleased with.
You had me drag it all the way here just so you can bury it?
And he's just glad it's finally off of him. He's very upset that he had to drag a fucking shell. He's a warhorse built for battle. How dare you? Call upon an angelic being to
At least we
carry
didn't do
your
it like
shit.
a lot of people do. They summon them, they load them up with bags and stuff like that, and then they dismiss them back to the other dimension. And then you get to where you're going, and then you summon them back and take the stuff back off of them.
starting to feel like I should have taken Tensor's floating disk.
It's so slow.
It is very slow. But yeah, you guys are now outside of Revelin. I assume you're just making your way to a meeting point with Paige at this point?
Yep, just waiting.
Alrighty. So you meet up at your agreed upon point, some point on the next day. So yeah, you guys find a safe enough area to bed down for the night. Who's got first watch? Bjorn's got first. Can I get a perception check from you?
Ephraim's will take last.
Anybody volunteering for second watch?
Sure.
Okay. All right, Bjorn, your perception checks then from both Isaac and Ephraim's, please. And then Bjorn, your not watch passes quietly. You can see the beginnings of a storm building in the east. Looks like it will probably hit some point the next day. But other than that, your watch passes very smoothly. Isaac, while you try to stay awake, the past days' events have weighed heavily on you. And you find yourself nodding off ever so slightly, just to start awake a few moments later. You don't see much that happens that night, but luckily nothing too dangerous occurs. You are awakened by Ephraim's, though, at one point in your watch. Tells you to kind of get some rest, and Ephraim's, your watch passes very smoothly. You also see the storm brewing, and with your eyes more accustomed to living in the outdoors, it will most definitely hit in the next day. It looks to be pretty big. It looks to be a doozy of a storm.
Maybe it'll actually cover a trail.
What, you
Did
don't?
I pick up any new followers with my beautiful preaching?
You're still outside the city by a little ways. As I figured that's where you guys were meeting, or were you meeting just like right at the city gates?
Well, he probably went to the gates,
Yeah, I
did his
off to the
preaching,
gate.
and then came back to the meeting point.
Give me a persuasion check.
Sweet.
Performance?
No, this is him adamantly trying to persuade people to believe in a loon. That is a good check. You definitely have turned some heads. You see a few people who, like, wait a second, that makes a little sense. These Dragonborn have all the nice jobs. And a few seem to hang around a bit longer and listen to a few things. One or two, you believe, with further preaching, could definitely be converted over to a loon.
Hell yeah.
But before you can really get into it, there is a detachment of guards that end up breaking up the gathering for its divisive topics.
I'm just planting some seeds. I'll come back.
As the night ends and morning breaks, that storm you see building on the horizon will probably hit within the next few hours. And early in the morning, probably around 9:30, 10, Paige rushes up to the campsite, having completed his tasks in the city.
Woo, lad! Oi, Isaac. Isaac, you awake? Hi, Isaac.
Yep,
So,
I'm awake. Totally awake.
I have a few names for it that I want to run by you.
I don't know any of them.
Okay, cool. Emir.
Should I roll a history check on these, or
Go for it.
do I just not know them?
No, you roll a history check.
With guidance?
I would say you have enough time to have a prayer and think about it. It does sound familiar, but an old sort of familiar. You can't quite place your finger on what it is, but it is a name from your past.
I knew the name at one point, but I don't remember who.
Ancalagon.
Roll me another history check. At the mention of that name, there is what you would describe as your heart stopped for a moment. There's a physical response to your body. And for the briefest of moments, you feel that clarity that you had felt earlier in your mind return and then fade. It was different, though. It wasn't accompanied by the power of the artifact. It was just clear for a moment.
But I don't know who this person was?
It resonates with you. You're not quite sure who it is.
I do remember that name, but no, I don't know. I don't know who they were.
Okay.
Do you have any information on them?
I do. So I went to talk to the seer. Dallin died from a heart attack, according to her. Emir, his wife, is still alive. He had 2 sons. One died at childbirth, and the other was called Ancalagon. And apparently, his wife still lives in Hollows Grove.
Well, I would like to visit.
That's what I was thinking. Also, I did a little bit of reading, a little bit of research. The artifact in that institution, it's just one of 3, I believe. The people that lived here before the Draken took over, they were basically desperately trying to create powerful artifacts to ward off the Draken invasion. But then the artifacts turned on them and they lost anyway. So there are 2 other locations with probably similarly powerful artifacts.
That is not good news.
So,
well, in the interest of using powerful things to defeat orcas, it could be very good news.
But do we want to gather all of them together?
I really do not know.
well,
It requires more research.
we would have to find the other 2 institutions. And I don't
Institutions?
think...
The institutions, installations, the place that we were at.
There are 2 more fortresses like that.
I thought that perhaps there were some secret orders or something. When you say institutions.
I say we find a way to destroy this one before we gather all the others.
I thought that the goal was to try to hide it away somewhere.
I feel like an artifact this powerful will always be found by someone, and it needs to be completely destroyed.
I'm not sure there's power on this plane that could destroy it.
The other thing is, the other 2 artifacts are currently hidden, as far as we know. So, I would say we shouldn't worry about those for now. I think one artifact is dangerous enough for us to have to deal with.
Indeed. Well. Oh, Paige! We got you a book! And Aoife runs up and hands you the tome.
Oh, sweet. It's in...
It is. I'm not sure what language it is, but I cast comprehend languages on it. It appears to be sort of a geographical book about the history of this land.
Very
geographically
nice.
speaking.
I'll have to see if I can get it translated at some point.
Oh, hey, Jonah.
Mm-hmm.
Have you ever considered the use of inspiration? Because one might say that some of us deserve inspiration for not asking for any boons and just doing good things out of the good of our hearts.
Wow.
Or just getting a useless book.
You know, that's fair.
Anyway.
Alright, so personally, I don't know what exactly we're doing right now. I think it's important that we try and follow up on Dallin.
But why?
He is directly connected. Is he not?
Well, his father was directly connected, correct? But he may know nothing at all about this relic.
No. Dallin is dead.
Oh, the Gavrox is down.
No. The other Dallin.
Dallin Grubnik.
Exactly.
Oh, sure. I meant Dallin's son is the one we would be able to track down, right? What can we learn from a dead man?
Well, we can speak to his wife. And we can just see what we can talk to her and see what we can learn about the surviving son and Calagon.
I am concerned that Orcus will be counterattacking or speeding up his efforts knowing that someone is working against him.
As if on cue, thunder cracks and the rains start to pour.
Okay, that was ominous, but also probably just coincidence.
Sorry, what happened that was ominous?
Thunder cracked and rain started to pour.
Oh, okay.
I think that there is much to be gained by reaching out to Bjorn's order and asking them to help provide us information on the goings-on. Probably reaching out to the Drakens at this point would be premature, but
Oh, yeah.
I think we need someone helping us.
Considering that the artifacts were intended to bring down the Draken Empire, they might not want to know of their existence in the first place.
Hollows Grove. There are rumors in town saying that Prince Gustnik has successfully retaken Krendel, and that apparently the demonic invasion was a hoax or a stunt or something.
I'm sorry, what?
Yep.
Did I hear that right?
That's what the people are saying.
Joan, are you fucking with my other characters?
I mean,
Your other characters.
Yeah?
I wasn't aware you had multiple characters.
there was multiple to say rumors is an understatement. The whole town was abuzz with talk of Krendel being liberated and the undead plague being purged by Gavroxus Verdun. Or sorry, not Gavroxus, whatever, Gustnik Verdun. The royal bastard prince.
But the people are saying that it was never a thing?
People are saying that the demons, the threat of the demons seems to be nothing more than rumors, but the undead, the prince took care of them.
Oh, he's a prince now,
Oh.
not just a bastard, huh?
Oh, he was a bastard prince.
There is a big difference between a prince and a bastard son, but okay.
There's a big difference between people calling him a bastard or a prince, too.
Exactly. Okay. Aoife pipes up really quickly. You know, we did talk about checking out the other villages, too. What's the nearest town to Revlin?
If I were to look at my map real quick, Tolstead, which is real close to the edge of the swamp, probably a few hours' journey from you guys.
Yeah, we know
That sounds like a
that's
human
a
town.
village, not a city.
Oh, sorry, you said city, not village?
Yeah.
Orfang is going to be about as far away as Treshire, and there's about 2.5 days travel. Veseth is about 3 days travel away. Krendel is probably 3 days since you have to take the mountains a bit.
What do we know about Krendil? I mean, that's where this whole thing started, right?
What do we know about Krendel?
You guys know that Krendel is...
A
what it's
place.
known for. So the city is known for being the diplomatic meeting grounds of the various empires. It's a city situated in the mountains, built by dwarves long, long ago. It's become the center point of this threat of zombies and demons. There's many rumors surrounding it about how many people died and in what state the city is currently in. Some say that it's been completely destroyed. Others are that only a few houses burned. Historically, it's been the first to be attacked by any invading empire and is one of the more strongly fortified cities.
Okay. Did we need to go towards Veseth to do anything with Dallin? The double fucking Dallins is really messing with me here.
Okay, it's Dallin and Dallin.
Cool.
Shut up.
Those are different
Shut
names.
up.
Listen, I'm sorry, but I had made those names at 2 very different days and did not realize. Anyways, Hollows Grove is it's a little bit further past Veseth, but it's one of those surrounding villages, about a day's travel east of Veseth.
Beyond speaks sense. That's probably our best option. To reiterate, he said, I think we should start going towards Veseth. Both of the things we're pondering doing first are in that direction. Okay. Gosh, I wish I'd asked Acta for a disguise. Maybe on the way I can get a makeover. I'm not looking for an aesthetician. Nothing's wrong with me bum. Just looking for someone to paint my face. Maybe cut my hair. Well, are we gonna go then?
Isaac takes her off to the side and whispers something into her ear. I'll text it to you.
Okay.
Am I going to be pervy to this whisper?
I mean, I'm pretty sure you'll know what it means.
Hey, little heart, let me whisper in your ear.
Did you say, am I going to be pervy to this whisper?
Yes?
It's privy.
Listen, I have had no sleep. Fuck off.
There's a good chance that he will be pervy, though.
Yeah, like...
Damn it, I was gonna make that joke.
And to answer your question, Phil, no, I have no idea what you're whispering.
Okay.
Apparently neither does he. He's taking his time.
Oh, okay.
Oh. Oh, yeah, you should know, Jonah. Thanks, Grandpa. And she puts the hat on.
What a lovely
And
hat.
jumps around. I can't make you look taller, right?
A little bit, not
6
a lot.
inches?
Yeah, I think I
Maybe
can
a
just
foot?
keep you in your size.
So she walks over to Ephraim's and casts his disguised self and makes herself look a little taller and her hair a little shorter and not so filthy.
That would be great, but it requires attunement.
Okay, so she doesn't do that.
Well, shall we go? Is there any other business? I delivered your letter, Ephraim's. She didn't say
It should
anything
be.
about it.
Should be fine.
There is no time like the present. Which I've always found to be, I don't know, not as insightful as many people seem to think it is.
Limiting?
Sure.
Alright, well, off we go.
Wait, didn't we have a carriage before?
The wagon?
Yeah, it's not really efficient to travel with that anymore, so...
It belongs to a certain person.
Aha. And Aoife gives you a sidelong look. I knew there was something fishy about that thing.
The proper owner has returned to reclaim it. It's fine.
Well, off we go. What's CR?
Which I believe that would be the first time Noah has heard of that.
That's why I didn't say. That's why Ephraim's didn't say anything in particular. Did you want me to make?
Doesn't care.
Yeah, you want me to make a? Alright. She's not making an insight, so I guess I'm not making a deception.
I mean, listen. Paige came in and it's like, I went and talked to the seer.
Noah is smart enough to understand. She just doesn't care. You all know she's following Orcus at the moment.
I can... Trying to look up horses here.
Yeah,
I can conjure 8 draft horses.
How long does that last?
About an hour.
I think it's a little bit farther.
Why
I don't
8?
think we're gonna do it right now. Because they're CR quarters, so I can conjure up to 8 of them.
Alrighty. You can do that if you so desire. Conjure up 8.
I don't think I will right now, but we'll probably start doing that for like an hour during the day to make travel
I'm still
easier.
riding my horse.
It is raining, I guess. So yeah, Aoife casts conjure animals so that they have some mounts while it's raining.
Okay. You guys all set off on your draft horses and a war horse. As you guys make your way, the rain continues to come down, and it doesn't look like it's going to let up anytime soon. Roads are starting to get muddy. The few homesteads that you pass just on the outside of Revelin, you can see, are starting to batten down all the hatches, tying down tarps over piles of hay, and setting in for a long haul, it seems. There's a couple of moments where it seems like the rain would let up, like you're passing through some of the clouds, but another wave would come through. Eventually, as nightfall nears, there is a light outcropping of rocks that you guys end up taking shelter underneath. Anything you guys would like to do before the end of the night?
Nope.
So we're bunking down.
Bunking down for the night. It was a day's travel in heavy rain.
So while they had some downtime, then, while we're having downtime now, is it still raining?
Yes.
Okay. Do we have any way to make it not raining on where we are?
Currently, you're under a little outcropping of rocks, so it's
Okay.
a little bit drier.
Okay. So Aoife casted. Hold on. Just pull up her sheet. My bad. One sec. Aoife casted plant growth and made like a laurel. I don't know what those things are called, but like Caesar used to wear, and offers it to Ephraim's. And she also, at the same time, grew some fresh strawberries to share with everybody.
Okay.
And Nohai would like to go to Paige and offer to cast Comprehend Languages and see if they have what they need to start copying over a new version of the manuscript.
That's should be simple enough to do. With Nohai working on the translation.
Like, I think she literally had an empty book that she picked up from the tavern, but
Think so?
let me look. No, I guess not. I thought she did, but if she did, I didn't write it down. So
Well, it's definitely something you can do once you acquire the necessary materials for it.
Do we have any way to conjure paper?
I don't. And
Also-
I also don't have any paper or any writing materials with me.
Yep.
Any of the rest of you like to do anything?
I'm gonna ask Isaac. Isaac, you can move dirt, right?
Mm-hmm.
You should put up some walls around our alcove so the rain doesn't come in at an angle.
Can we at least gain some familiarity with the book? Like reading through the index and looking at some interesting pages?
Yeah, that's totally possible. You guys can kind of pore over it, be prepared for when you guys do begin to transcribe it.
Here's a few sheets.
Isaac builds a fucking wall. Great Wall of China.
China.
There is a
China.
a nice sheltered wall made of dirt surrounding you guys, which is really nice. With the fire, it kind of keeps the heat in, and what would have been a bleak and cold night is looking like it will be a bleak and warm night.
Ah, yes. It was a bleak, warm night.
The food's good, at least.
Is it though?
Look at my survival check, dude.
I mean,
Plus, we got strawberries.
Yeah, those
you
strawberries are
found
nice.
food.
I mean, the
Yes.
food's definitely edible.
You should. What's a good check for cooking?
I feel
I mean-
survival.
Give me another survival check for your cooking abilities, because you definitely found food.
That was for my cooking.
That should be for
Yeah,
your
he
finding
doesn't.
food.
No, he doesn't need to make a check for finding food for
Oh,
up to
you've
5
got
people.
you've got the Outlander thing. My bad.
Yeah.
I forgot you had that. That makes sense then. Yeah. So okay, yeah, your food is it's pretty darn good. You picked up a few spices here and there, so you really kind of accentuated the taste of wet rabbit.
Wabbit.
Wabbit.
Spoken
is-
like a person who's truly never had rabbit stew.
Yes.
Shit's good, dog.
So I've heard. I need to try it at some point. Anybody volunteer for watch?
I can take the first watch.
If I'll volunteer for a change.
Okay.
I'll take the last watch.
All right. Perception checks from all of y'all.
I still have a giant poisonous snake in my list of things. Whoa!
I'm pretty sure the snake fucked off once you left the woods.
Yeah, I know. I'm just saying, like, it's still a character that is controllable by me as far as the game is concerned.
Oh well, will probably be another giant snake with you in the mix. Alrighty. So as you guys hunker down for the night, Gavin, you do your best to. Sorry, not Gavin.
What's his name?
What's his name? You didn't change your name in D&D, damn it.
Roderick.
Roderick.
Von Draken.
You keep your eyes peeled. It's really hard to see without any dark vision outside as the rain still comes pouring down. But you're able to keep a decent eye out, not catching too much. As your watch ends and Aoife's begins, Aoife, your eyes are very sharp tonight. They're on point.
I don't know if you're trying to do that, but
I am now, just for you. But on the very furthest edge of your dark vision, you can see a variety of shapes darting in and out. Never right where you're looking, always on the edge of your vision. You're not quite sure if it's just natural wildlife or whatnot, but doesn't seem to be getting any closer.
she thinks there may be some unnatural wildlife out there.
Unnatural in the sense of they're not following any movements you would recognize. But you're not able to tell what they are. Nothing happens though during your watch, and as it ends and pages begin. Paige, you're also able to keep a good eye out. And as you're keeping your eyes peeled, you do catch the same movements as Aoife does, just on the corner of your vision. There's always some shadow darting out of your view before you can really get a lock on it. Something's out there.
Cool, last time something was out there, we got hit by, I forget what it was.
As the day ends and morning begins, the storm finally ends. And with it
the day
comes...
ends and morning begins.
As the night ends and morning begins, the storm finally ends, and with it comes a thick and heavy fog that sort of starts to billow out among all the surrounding landscapes.
Wait. Can we go back and try something that the whole party doesn't necessarily need to be hearing?
Okay.
Okay.
Go back to where?
To Aoife's watch.
Okay.
And then can we go to another channel?
Sure.
User left your channel.
Oh,
User was
secrets.
moved out of your channel.
She's gonna tickle some bones.
User was moved out of your channel.
Oh.
Oh.
Aoife's gonna try and propose.
Yep. Guys, Vegas Squadron is about to beat Ninjas in Pajamas on their map pick.
That's good to know.
What?
CSGO, I'm assuming.
Yeah. Oof.
I follow esports about as closely as I follow sports. Sorry.
Now NIP has to beat Vega on train, or they'll be out of the major, and my pick'ems will be totally screwed. See, I follow esports, but not regular sports. Oh, I paid 5 silver to restore a book. Hold on.
User joined your channel.
Paige.
User was moved to your channel. User was moved to your channel.
Paige, you there?
Yeah.
I need a perception check from you with disadvantage.
Because you're asleep.
You're asleep. Things happened on Aoife's watch. You're asleep. Holy fuck, man. All right, so...
So, yeah, take him into the other room, then.
User left your channel. You were moved.
A little bit earlier than you expected, you do hear some slight mumbling sounds, and kind of your eyes flutter open. You don't see Aoife on watch initially, but a quick scan of the surrounding area, and you do see 2 people in Ephraim's bedroll. One is decidedly smaller than him.
Cool.
Exactly. So, she stays there and does not get you up for your watch. As a note.
Okay.
You would probably be up for that.
So, I mean, since I noticed that anyway, I guess I might as well. Since I realized that she's not doing a good watch, I will just do the watch. Pull through.
Okay. Give me a stealth check if you want to be discreet about watching. Like watching the surroundings, not them, obviously. Oof.
I feel as though they're preoccupied, though, and they're inside the bedroll.
They are pretty preoccupied. I will give you that. Hold on.
User was moved to your channel.
Hey,
User was moved to your
both of you
channel.
guys, I need a perception check with disadvantage because you're preoccupied.
You're right.
Oh, that's an awesome check.
Okay.
Okay. You're all good. You guys have a great time and don't notice anything.
Cool.
Be all good.
You were moved. User joined your channel.
Alrighty.
User was moved to your channel.
Uh,
User was moved to your channel.
Nikki, your watch goes smoothly. You don't notice anything other than those shadows. And as the night ends and the morning dawns, the storm finally stops. Fog rolls in across the valleys. Very thick fog. You can only see 30 to 60 feet ahead at any given point. There's no telling when the fog will end. It is now the morning.
Oh, so probably something you all notice right away is that Aoife forgot to get out of Ephraim's bedroll. So that's fun. She is.
Aoife would also probably immediately notice that Nikki is awake. Or sorry, Paige is awake, keeping watch.
Yeah, I guess in what order do we wake up?
In the order of
roll initiative.
Definitely in the order of your passive perceptions, which would put you somewhere in the range of Bjorn being first, and then I believe it.
I actually like the idea of the initiatives.
Okay, fine, yeah, sure. Roll initiative. See who wakes up first here.
Damn, I wasted a good initiative.
Alrighty. So in order, Nohai's already awake. So Ephraim's, you wake up.
You mean I'm
You
already?
see Nohai.
Why is Nohai already
Or,
awake?
sorry, not Nohai. Paige. You see Paige. Paige sees you. Paige also sees Aoife in your bedroll. That's a thing. Few moments
Of course, he's
later,
been seeing it for hours. But
basically at the exact same time, Gavin wakes up.
Yeah, but when does Roderick wake up?
That's a good point.
That is a great point. Roderick, when do you wake up?
I'm not really in any rush. I don't know these people well enough to care about internal drama.
But this is just you naturally waking up within like the morning hours.
Oh, I don't know, man. Like, whenever. I'll just wake up, I guess, fairly early and pray. Just do God stuff,
Roll me an initiative, would you please?
I rolled you a 17.
Did you?
Or is this a different one?
No, I see it now. Sorry. So yeah, at about the same time that Ephraim's wakes up, you rolled both 17s. Ephraim's has the slightly higher tiebreaker. Roderick, you do wake up. What's your passive perception?
It is a 9.
Okay, you don't notice them.
Cool.
Everything appears normal. You just kind of get up and go off quietly to say your prayers.
She's, by the way, she's like 3'8".
Okay.
Nohai
Ephraim's is only 5'4".
Nohai would wake up a few minutes later. Plenty of time if Ephraim's wanted to remove himself from his bedroll.
See. What
He got up and started fixing breakfast.
Okay.
Yeah, and she woke up super last, so
yeah, everybody else is awake by the time that Aoife finally wakes up. But by the point that everybody after Gavin wakes up, Aoife's by herself in a bedroll, and Ephraim's is fixing breakfast.
Okay, Nohai gives no reaction at all.
You all do notice that Aoife is not in her bedroll.
Yeah, and she gets up. She's totally nude, and she just walks over and starts putting her clothes on. She's got no shame. She's lived with the animals.
Or is this?
That's Aoife.
Aoife does that. Okay.
Yeah, when she wakes up, she's totally nude. She just kind of skips over and grabs her clothes, runs down, takes a leak, comes back. As you do.
In the morning.
Yeah.
Is that said as Paige or is it Nikki? Okay.
Sorry about that. Well, look at him. Just look at him.
It happens to the best of us.
Well, anyway.
With this budding romance, you are greeted by the dreary, foggy weather ahead of you. Is there anything you'd like to do before setting out in the morning?
Nope. Make venom coffee.
Hey, Nohai is back. She can make venom coffee. Does she have a snake?
Well, let's just imagine that while she was in that swamp, she found a snake or two, filled a vial or two full of venom for her morning coffee.
Sure. And that she does. Gavin, you have the strangest smell, or you smell the strangest smell emanating from a cup in Nohai's hand. As she,
like when you go into a taco shop and it kind of smells a little like wet dog, but also like delicious meat? It's like that, but it smells like kind of like mold, and then also like delicious hot chocolate.
Huh. I was gonna make a Chippendale joke about the wet dog and delicious meat, but then you kept going with the description. Wait, what about...
Go ahead.
What about Roderick? What?
I said Gavin. I didn't say Roderick.
Oops.
Oh, okay. Just being a smartass.
That second Aoife after blushes slightly should be Nohai, but I forgot to switch it. Sorry.
That's all good.
I kind of like the switch. She's like, oh, and then just like immediately goes blank. It just starts doing her shit.
Man, I am rolling great in all the ways I wanted to roll great today. But where the fuck are these rolls during combats? I mean, fucking
Isn't
seriously.
this your third time rolling 2 nat 20s in a row?
Yeah. Well, the third time with nat 20s, but not... Like, the last one was 2 nat 20s. Oh, no. Yeah, it's the second time with 2, like, advantage nat 20s.
But your third nat 20.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous, man. You've only made, like, 12 rolls.
Rolling like you today.
I think you weighted your dice.
Alright, so do we get on with it, or?
Shall we?
Alrighty. Upon leaving the little hovel you guys have created for yourself, Nohai, I need you to make me a wisdom saving throw.
Oof. We all know what this is.
We do?
Yes. We've all been there.
That was done on the correct one. It's
that
not
was noise? Okay.
Yeah.
As you leave the little hovel, there is a ping, for lack of better words, in your soul. You know without a shadow of a doubt.
It's time to check my messages. Oh. So actually, yeah, on that note, she checks her messages as she opens up the Tome of Torment.
There is only one phrase in there. That is contract forfeited.
Well, it is official. I have no more than 1 year before a demon will come for my soul.
Well, no turning back now.
And she keeps her composure and starts on down the road.
Not even a bat of the eye. Continues on as if nothing, no life-threatening thing had just been stated. It's a normal day. If whoever's leading the party, could you give me a survival check as you navigate through the fog? Probably Ephraim's, I would assume. Yeah. You're pretty sure on your directions. You have a good lay of the land the day before, even with the rain. You set off in an easterly direction. The fog stretches far and wide for a lot longer than you think it should. As the sun rises, the fog only seems to grow thicker and thicker. There's an odd feeling to the air, a stillness. Aoife, roll me a perception check.
All right. Bam!
There is not an animal to be seen. No sound of an animal. No sign.
Guys,
No birds.
have you noticed how quiet it is?
Yes.
Yes, I have noticed.
Paige is like, I notice everything. And did you not notice that we haven't seen any, hares in its bright and early morning? I mean, I know it's been raining, but that actually usually brings them out, in my opinion. Something strange is going on.
No, hi. Is this fog natural?
Let us find out.
Roll me an Arcana check.
Maybe.
The fog is definitely natural. It came from a natural source, but it does seem to be lingering along longer than it should.
Oops, that should be Aoife, sorry.
Aoife, as you cast out your spell, the fog around you does contain a faint aura of enchantment magic. While the fog itself occurred naturally, it is maintaining itself for a bit longer than it should. At this point, you guys begin to hear what sounds like many footsteps.
Alright, ready shield and pull out this new short sword.
Coming from a variety of different directions. But it begins to sound
Mage
armored.
armor?
Steps continue.
I've got a spell I want to cast too.
What spell are you casting?
Just a sec. I've got so many to pick from.
Singles people to basically spread out.
At this point, I need everybody to make a... Give me 1 second here. I need everybody to make a wisdom saving throw.
And of course, now is the time.
I know, right?
Now your rolls get shitty.
I know what you mean.
Oh my
God
god,
damn it.
super
oh my
bad.
goodness.
First one's no high, second one's Aoife.
Is that everybody?
Oh dear god.
This is not going to go well.
I need a wisdom
Do we
saving
have
throw from Bjorn.
advantage?
No. Do not.
Oh.
That would
At least
be
we
As
don't have
you are all-
disadvantage.
As you all throw together your armor, bring up your shields,
Do we have a map for this?
there is a map. I will be dragging you over in a moment.
Okay.
I have people on the map, but there is a sudden twisting pattern of colors that explode around you. Your eyes all
shit.
instinctively go to it, and immediately you feel your body go limp. Your
Wait,
eyes,
everybody failed?
everybody failed.
Seriously?
Some
Oh,
of us
God.
failed really
Cool,
fucking
right?
hardcore.
I mean, I
And
got a
as the
15.
pattern explodes around you, armored individuals immediately surround you. Large individuals, all undead, form your position in ordered ranks. Weapons drawn, but not aggressively.
Holy fuck.
Did you say there's a new
stand-
map? Because this is just white.
Not to me.
This is a fucking mess.
You
to
should
me.
scroll
Holy
around.
Shit.
I'm just gonna reload.
There's fog, but
No, it's just all white.
Hmm.
Hold on, I'm reloading.
As you guys are all currently incapacitated with a
Oh!
hit.
I meant
Yes?
to attune to the thing at some point while we were resting. The amulet
the amulet.
that I got from Acta. I totally forgot.
Oh, okay. Basically, it acts. If you fall unconscious, you come back up with 1 hit point.
Right, yeah. It's I know what it
Like
is, but I
one
can't
time
remember.
ever, or
For long
s-
rest, right?
Can't remember how the item works. I believe it's
I got
per
it now.
long rest. It doesn't
Yeah.
matter at this point.
You have a pocket defibrillator.
It doesn't matter at this point. We're all dead.
As the troops surround you, there comes from the fog a massive creature. Its flesh hanging limply and loosely in the manner of undead, but not pieced together. His stride is sure. It's steady-footed. This creature stands a good 15 feet tall, broad shoulders, and that carries a massive great axe along his back. Next to him is a humanoid-like creature, giant wings unfurled from her back. It carries 2 large spears in her hands. They approach forward. The large creature speaks. No, hi, Oku. Did you really think you could hide from me? Did you really
I
think
don't
you
know
could
if I can
hide from
speak.
him?
Is she able to speak? I know that we're.
You find you are able
Limp.
to, but it is extremely difficult.
You stole my freedom.
You gave up your freedom. You made a deal. Like all deals, they must be honored.
Go to hell.
Oh, trust me. I've been there. It's not so bad. But you haven't yet. You haven't had the experience. Now, my master is a benevolent person. He's a kind master. And he only wishes the best for you. So I ask you, where is the artifact?
I don't know.
Squints at you.
Okay.
Roll me a deception check with advantage, because you can't actually move your face.
Pretty
easily.
easy to have a poker face.
Facial expressions don't change a whole lot. No, hi. Do you take me for a fool?
To be candid, yes.
Ah, the UNT. Such a lively race. Do you like what I did with this one? And he gestures to the woman on his left. I got rid of her scaly bits. It didn't fit her aesthetic, you know. I felt giving her some wings, so she may tower over you lesser folk, would be an advantage. What do you think?
You have such artistic talents.
Oh, please, flattery will get you everywhere.
Well, it's very hard to be sarcastic when you can't really move your jaw.
Indeed. Indeed. I can relate, to tell you the truth. But back to the matter at hand. One of you knows where the artifact is. Do any of you wish to volunteer that information?
It's in your arse.
Eat a dick.
Any snarky regards from the rest of you? No? Well, perhaps you don't take this situation as seriously as you should. No, Hi. Have you told them about us? Do they know what they face?
I haven't.
I still can't move, right?
Still cannot move. You have not been attacked. So you stay in this hypnotic daze.
Cool. Question.
Yes.
Can I weaponize my amnesia?
Make me a religion check.
I would like to forget it's in my pack. Shit, yes!
As that thought
An
crosses your
amnesia
mind,
check.
as that thought crosses your mind, almost immediately you feel a response from Jonathan. Can't
As I
remember.
rolled a nat 20.
Can't remember why you feel like you're a target. Why do you feel like you're a target? Why are you here?
Am I a target?
Thought completely escapes you.
This is not a pub pouring with whiskey. What the fuck?
And as you do that, you all feel a voice barrel into your minds, seeing the creature not moving his lips but speaking to you nonetheless. Tell me where it is. You face the unbridled wrath of Orcus, god of the undead.
We don't know where it is.
Oh, by the way, yeah, I got a thing.
We lost it.
You have a thing, Ephraims?
Yeah, that was very confusing. Oh, he's got to leave.
Oh, no.
You gotta leave, but I also just sent him something too.
Oh.
Oh, so that would have had you pass. So I would say at this point, move.
Great,
Did
time
you so
to
choose to?
Go into total battle focus. I guess I was pretending up to this point, and charge the big scary asshole.
Okay. Go for it.
Surprise attack. Advantage. Natural 20. He dies.
As you dart up to him, he sees you. Doesn't seem to react. That will hit.
That's the short sword from the undead guy.
Yep.
2 to that for rage.
Alrighty. As you dart forward, stabbing your sword into the creature, it's a pinprick in a creature of his size. He looks down at you.
Is he the one that cast the spell,
Poor
though?
creature. Stay put. roll me another wisdom saving throw with disadvantage on this one. Cancels out, so it's just a straight roll. He
Hold on.
casts power word stun on you.
The power word is, of course, Diggly Flop.
Stay put. Oh, sorry, Constitution saving throw. My bad, not wisdom.
Okay.
Interesting choice.
Oh. Nope, there's no save. I keep misreading this. You have less than 150 hit points. You're stunned.
No,
The con save is at the end of each of his turn.
Yeah.
No. If the target has 150 points or fewer, it's stunned. Otherwise, the spell has no effect. Yeah, they're right.
So then when he is stunned, he can do a con saving throw.
Yeah.
All right, so as you rush up, you feel your joints immediately lock at his word. You lose all focus for a moment. As you slowly shake yourself free of it, he's gonna beat the shit out of you.
Nice.
$20 to hit.
That's a hit.
26 to hit. 17 to hit.
He has a plus 14
Considering
to hit.
he's stunned, I'm pretty sure they're all automatic
Oh,
hits.
they are all at advantage.
At advantage, yeah.
So I believe they would all hit.
I think that with a plus 14, he'd have to roll a nat 1 to not hit.
So you take that much damage. The slashing is halved.
Yes.
Did Ephraim's just die?
Probably.
Well, he was hitting him with the. He said he was beating him
So-
up, so he was hitting him with like the flats, right?
Yeah, no, he's doing this to prove a point. It's not lethal damage. So you take 33 points of non-lethal slashing damage as you're basically cut and gashed from just the mere impact of the flat of the blade. The blade itself ignites on fire, and whatever is left contacting your skin starts to burn away. Where you take
44 fire.
44 fire. So taking a total of 77 points of damage here.
Yeah. So like the first two, I would have. Let's see. Barely standing, and then the last hit just you just see me go flying through the air.
The physical
Is
damage
this-
is half though, isn't it?
That was with half.
That
It was
was
33. That 33 was half. I took 66.
Oh, cool.
As you guys see, Ephraim's lock up his joints, not even block, as this creature lays into him, knocking him to the ground. There's a brief pause where he seems to collect himself before a wave of his hand, and Ephraim's, you wake back up. Don't be foolish. Give me what I want. Nothing bad will harm you.
What did you want?
I'm not talking to you, old man. Tell me, Ephraim's, what is it you value? Make a charisma saving throw, Ephraim's. You feel his brain, his mind, power into yours. Oh,
Getting all mind raped.
you found love. What a quaint emotion. What a human emotion. Turns his attention towards Aoife. Last chance.
I really think you've got the wrong group of folks here.
Silence, old man. Your mind is nothing but a blank tapestry torn to shreds.
Means it can't be red.
Well,
What
little
kind of
one,
what kind of check do you want if I try to think of the place that where we found it? Just deception.
to try to lie that it's back there?
That it's still stuck in the vault.
Yeah, it would just be deception. He turns to look at you with an expression of utter boredom. Do you believe Orcus would have sent me if we hadn't already checked there? You've wasted your one chance. Aoife Livania. I want you to experience pain. I need you make me
No checks at all?
probably no checks at all. You have a less than 100 hit points.
Yep.
So basically it feels as if your entire body just got engulfed in flame.
Unless you're immune to being charmed.
I'm not immune, I just have advantage.
She is not immune to being charmed, but immediately her hypnotic pattern ends as you are in incredible pain. You've never felt anything like this before. It feels as if your skin is burning and your blood is boiling. Tell me where it is.
I don't want to scream into the microphone, so just...
You can end this. She can be free.
We're not under the thing anymore, right?
No, you guys are.
Oh, okay.
She took damage, essentially, so...
Yeah. Very well. Aoife Slavania. Die. With that dies.
Yo, did he just cast Power Word Kill? Oh, shit.
So, let me check something. It's probably not worth it, but I want to check. Yeah. I'm gonna cast Counterspell. It's only somatic.
Okay, you know somatic means movement, right?
No. Oh, somatic does mean movement. Shit. Ah, fuck.
I was like...
I thought it was verbal.
Unfortunately.
You know, your components, verbal, and material.
Yeah, you know. As one does.
As you panic and try to cast a spell, your limbs do not obey you. And you see the life fall from Aoife's eyes. Collapses to the ground, dead. Look what you've done. Such a young life. All because you were foolish. I will be taking her as collateral. And he reaches down and grabs her body. Very small, easily fits into the palm of his hand. You will deliver the artifact. You will deliver it in a town called Velmoon, to the north of here. You will deliver it to Everic Delmont.
Thanks for hanging out.
You have 1 month. Don't disappoint, or I'll be back. I have ways of tracking you down.
User disconnected from your channel.
Ta-ta. With that, he backs away and leaves, taking Aoife's corpse with him. The rest of the undead also disappear, and with them, Fog as well. You guys are left alone in a clearing.
I cast Fireball on the last guy.
He left.
Singeing page. So in the interest of the fact that Brax's character would have obviously had a pretty big reaction to this, I think we should probably just end there.
Yeah.
Good enough for me.
I really was hoping he had another hour. I thought he had another hour.
Yeah, I thought so too. I thought he said he'd have 3 hours, but...
Yeah, I was under the impression he said till 1300, but...
Well, I said 1300, but I don't think he ever responded technically.
Does someone?
So are you all happy now?
Great wisdom saving rolls, guys.
Yeah.
Or 1500
Fantastic
is what I
all
meant.
around.
I rolled a 5.
Aoife rolled
There
a
were
1.
2 people that rolled higher than a 10. And that was Isaac and Bjorn.
What was the save?
The
Like
save was a lot
27.
higher than you rolled.
I mean, he's probably like a 20th level
Yeah, for
magic
real.
user, so...
Like...
Yeah, but so... I mean, unless he has something to buff the save only goes up to 16.
No,
no,
that's
sorry, that's
not
with
true.
proficiency. Yeah, with proficiency it goes up higher, doesn't it?
Yep.
And this is a...
Because it's 8 plus cast modifier plus proficiency.
Yeah. So, I mean, you can get up to like 20 some odd, I think.
See you, Sam. Thanks for showing up.
Later,
Yeah,
Samuel.
see you, Sam.
Hope you feel
Thanks for
better.
showing up.
You guys want to play Sandstorm until everybody else in the world wakes up?